Hey, it's your boy, it's H1, and we're about to be running it back with another episode. I don't know what that sound is, to be honest, because you know what? You know what sound I'm going to be doing is displaying the chess knowledge, the chess wisdom, chess understanding. Your boy is here for that. H1, your boy. I don't know why I'm super hyped for this, but I am. I just want to share this hypeness with y'all. And today we are going to be talking about me being in the chess tournament in 2020. And that is super important for y'all to know my experience playing in the chess tournament. Who wouldn't want to know about that? It's H1 out of all people. But anyway, as I was playing in the chess tournament today, I realized that the world is crap. The world is crap because I can't share my expressions across the table from somebody. I have to play at a computer online. You know how much that sucks? That I can't see the despair of my opponent's face when I checkmate them. And you know what's a new thing that comes up? You know what? Let me not get into it. Let me just save that energy until we start. But anyway, I'm glad that you can be here, especially since it's near the end of the year. Exciting. 2021 is going to be so hype, especially since, you know, the Patreon that's coming up. If you're interested in it, just give me a holler. I might can give you some deals. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, oh yeah, I gotta put that plug in there. I do have a social media, H1 Chess. I do have a Facebook, Chess Knowledge with H1. I do have a Twitter. I don't use that at all. I don't use it. I swear I don't. I would like to use it, but Twitter has not been very good to me these past few months when I started this whole business. So, nah. So let's continue on with the segment. First, I'm just going to start it out with a friendly story of how evil my wife is. And then second, we're just going to see how I did in this online tournament and how it's different from regular tournaments. So let's get started with this. Hopefully y'all excited, but we're going to be moving on to the next segment. Hey, this is the waiting room segment. Chess quotes by H1. And the quote for today is, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. H2O, baby. Let's go to the next segment. Thanks for listening. So, this weekend, my wife decided to do something that was very awkward and very mean all of a sudden, because she's a sweet woman, but not at this moment. Not at this moment. You know, here's the thing. Me and my wife, our relationship is pretty cool, and especially it's cool since she knows how to play chess now. I need to get her on these episodes, but since she knows how to play chess, it's been even more cool. You know, I play chess with her and we just have an awesome time. And you might be wondering, like, how good is she, right? Well, let me just tell you that she has the basics down very good, and she can almost beat me without my rooks and queen. So she's getting there. She's gonna be there. But anyway, this experience that I had with her was insane. And does this just happen after 3 years of marriage? Let me explain this, especially to all the men and women that are listening to this right now. It was like an afternoon, evening, and I live in Missouri, so it was 10 degrees. You know what I mean? It was really cold outside, and that's an important thing that you should be keeping in the back of your head. But anyway, that day I was in the bathroom minding my own business, and you know how we take our bathroom privileges very serious, and I realized that I take my bathroom privileges very my bathroom time very serious because I have a family now. So that's my escape time. That's my time to just be myself. I got into this routine of every time I'm used the bathroom, I just be playing in the chess game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting there. I'm dishing out some bullets, some bliss chess games, and then my wife be wondering what am I doing in the bathroom. I'll be like, I'm playing some chess game. Actually, I can't tell her. Then she'll get mad. But at the same time, I'll be like, man, I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I washed my hands, got out the bathroom, and then I spent some time with my family, and then my wife asked me, hey, can you take the trash out? And I was like, but it's cold outside. I don't want to go outside to take the trash out. And she was like, hey, I'm going to need you to take the trash out. And then I got the trash. I got the trash. Usually we have our trash bins in the back of the townhouse. So I went back there, unlocked the door, and then I put the trash back in the bin, and I went back inside, and I thought that I was done. I ran outside, no socks, no shoes, pajamas, a regular t-shirt, and I thought I was done. But no, there was supposedly another trash bag in there, inside of our house, that needed to be taken out. And you start to realize that you be using the trash a lot after you have a kid, because of the diapers and of all the food that goes down on the floor during dinner time, because our daughter just throws all the food everywhere for some reason. So yeah, I took the other trash bag out. I went outside shivering. It's super cold. It's 10 degrees, right? It's 10 degrees. I went outside again. I put the trash bag in the bin. I was hurrying to get back in my warm townhouse. I was hurrying. I thought that I was done with my job, but no. I tried to twist a knob, right? And I hope you're listening to this someday. I hope you're listening to this. My wife, I twisted the knob. My feet are freezing cold. My hands are cold. My big ears are cold. It was locked. I can't really describe the pain that I was in of freezing. I'm pretty sure I almost got frostbite on every toe. Like, I was cold. It was chilly. Now I'm thinking about it, I'm getting all the pains that was in my body at that moment again, just talking about it. And so she kept me out there for a good 15 seconds. And then she unlocked it. And then I came in there, and then she want to run. I chased after her, and she just got the pain, okay? I was cold. That was not the time to do it in 10-degree weather during the winter. And if you're from Missouri, you understand that our weather is oddly weird, because just the day before that, it was just in the 60s. And then it just went all the way down to 10 degrees, Missouri? Really? What? Well, anyway, I feel like she was getting back at me for playing chess in the bathroom. And that's what you need to look out for. Once you marry that spouse, I don't know if every person does this, but if you marry that spouse, just make sure that they're okay with you chilling in the bathroom for 45 minutes. I'm just saying. Shoot. Quote by H1. Make sure they know that you like to chill in the bathroom, or they're going to freeze your tail. They're going to freeze you out. You better believe it. #Naruto. Hey, this is Chess Knowledge with H1, and the sponsor of today is Anchor. You know what? Have you ever wondered, man, I just want to talk, and I want people to listen to me, and I don't even know where to start? Well, H1 would suggest Anchor.
First of all, it's free. They have their own creation tools so that you can record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And now they have this like new feature where you can add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. And plus, one of my favorite features, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can hear yourself on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or many more stations. And then, plus, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Man, I almost messed that up. Okay. And then it makes everything simple for you since everything is in one place. So this is the thing. If you want to start your podcast right now, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get it started. Anchor.fm to get started. Thank you for listening, guys. H1 out.
Oh man, it was such an awesome day to play in a chess tournament. It was a Saturday morning. Now, before everybody be in the comments like, or not in the comments, but before everybody be like, which tournament did you play in? Was it a high-end tournament? Was it an expensive tournament? Did you have to pay for it? Was it legit? Let me explain. H1, I have not been in any serious tournament in 2020. This was this tournament was from a fun nonprofit organization, and they do chess for free. And so they had these tournaments for free, and since 2020, it was still for free. And I don't know about this word free. It just makes me happy all of a sudden. You know, when you can do something actually free of money, not spending anything, you know, that word, it just brings me excitement. But anyway, I went into this tournament. It was 5 rounds, 25 minutes. That's all I needed, baby, because I like thinking when I'm playing a chess tournament. So it was something that I wanted to pursue. And the weird part is my big bro P Money, he was the first person that sent me like an invite to this tournament because he was interested in it. He was like, bro, hey, you gotta come up in here. You gotta show them what you got since you're 21 now. 22 now, you know? I'm 22. I keep on forgetting that I'm not 21 anymore. Do anybody else have that problem? Doesn't it feel like you was younger just yesterday? And I know y'all might be thinking, man, 22 is a young age, bro. What are you talking about? 22 isn't old. Well, tell my joints that I'm not old, okay? When I get out of bed, tell my joints to stop crackling, bro. Tell him that. But anyway, P Money, he sent me this invite on Facebook, the Link Corporation invite, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Let me check with my wife if I can do that." And yes, I'm checking in with my wife because I'm a considerate husband. But anyway, I checked in with her. She was like, "I'm good with that." She said, "How long is it going to take?" And I said, "I don't know. It might take until the afternoon." And then she got mad, and then she was okay with it. And she only got mad because, you know, I'm going to be in the house playing chess and we have a newborn. She works all week. And by working, I mean, she takes care of her kid 24/7 every single day. And I'm sacrificing her Saturday of family time. She's sacrificing her Saturday of family time for my tournament. So yeah, you know, she was pretty cool, you know. That's why I married her, because she cares about my feelings and how much I appreciate chess. And it's cool because she plays chess now, so she understands the feelings that I have with playing a chess game. Like, for example, when I'm in a chess game and she says for me to do something, but I tell her that I'm in a chess game right now, she just asks how long, and I'll be like, it's a blitz game. She'll be like, okay, after that blitz game, then do that. And I'll be like, okay, cool. And that's how it goes, you know, because she knows how important chess is to me. You know, I have my kid, right? I have my kid, But chess was my kid when I was 9 years old. Like, that was my first baby. That was my first baby. Understand that. But anyway, she thought it was cool, and then I was like, okay, let's get to it. So that Saturday morning, I got my laptop out, and then I got ready. But before I get into the tournament, I need to tell you what I did to get ready for it. Which, there's not really a set thing that you can do to get ready for it. Actually, there are. I'm just talking about for this 2020 tournament. Online on a computer, there wasn't a set thing to do to get prepared for this tournament. So this is what I did. I played chess online more. I played more rapid games, classical games. So rapid games I played 10 plus 5. Classical games 15, but nobody usually plays 15 plus 10 online, because usually online chess is for blitz and bullet and those fast-paced games that you're supposed to get over with in like a few seconds and then like continue working, because people probably play chess at work and just play a quick bullet game and then they're done. You know what I mean? That sounds like something I would do as H1. But I play rapid games. I'm probably the only person that plays rapid games online, but I digress. I played some rapid games. I did well. I got prepared. I did some tactic puzzles. I made sure I avoided bullet, even though I'm super addicted to playing 1-minute games. I avoided it because bullet hurts your longer play chess games. So you need to avoid those faster time controls and actually have a thought process again, and not just base all your moves by intuition, and play longer games and think about the games and think about the strategic things that happens during an actual game. So that's what I did. And one important thing that I had to recognize is that during the times that I was not playing chess, the long months that I was not playing chess and actually trying to find a career for myself as a CDL driver, I did not play chess. So the last time I taught chess was last year in June, maybe. And because, I wanted to support my family just a little bit more than what I was. And that was a long time period. So you can say that H1 forgot a lot of key stuff, especially opening preparation. So that whole week, I was focusing on, what openings am I supposed to be doing in this chess tournament? So I just learned every opening that I was going to be doing, and every defense to every opening for white, and just one opening for I was learning the defense of every opening that white would do if I was the black pieces, and then I learned one opening very in depth with the white pieces. Okay, did I just say that wrong? Yeah, I learned every defense that black would do with white. And I'm confusing myself. Y'all get it, right? Because with black, you have to defend against every opening that white does, and with white, you start out the opening, but you have to make sure that you know your preparation for all of black's defenses. I think, yeah, that's pretty cool. I said it right that time. Don't be getting confused like H1. But anyway, that's what I did. That's what I did that whole week, getting prepared, and I only had a week to do so. I was still playing chess casually, but it was more of a fun aspect. But once a tournament rolls around, then the powerful H1, the 14-year-old H1 comes out again in its prime time. The one that was just hiding just comes out. The child just comes out of nowhere and just wants to do good at a tournament. So that Saturday morning came, And I had to get up at 9 a.m. after I got off of work at 2 a.m. Man, being a grown up is hard. Being an adult is hard. But anyway, I got up in about 6 hours. I got some coffee, and then I went at it. The first chess game began. The round one began, and my other family, not my other family, my family was all up. My wife was cooking breakfast. My daughter was screaming. The first round began. 25 minutes, baby. I played the first 10 moves. I played the first 10 to 15 moves. I hate online chess. And this is one of the things of why I hate online chess, because this wouldn't happen in a real game. Because in a real game, you have these rules called the touch move rule. And the touch move rule, right? That if you touch a piece, you have to move it. If you touch your opponent's piece, oh, dang it, crap. There goes my water bottle. But anyway, when you touch your opponent's piece, you have to capture it. With online chess, you don't have that rule. You have different rules. You have different things you have to go by. And one of the things that you have to go by, and that I will always tell everybody with doing an online chess, is to not mouse slip. Not to mouse slip. And if it is a mouse slip, make sure that it's a good mouse slip that you was going to do anyway, which isn't even a mouse slip, which is just something that you intended to do anyway. If you're ever playing in a chess tournament online, make sure you get you a good mouse and a good laptop and a good internet connection. So don't be using no bogus internet connection or some bogus mouse when playing in a chess tournament, because trust me, you will be the worst you that day. You probably got the idea of what happened on my first 10 to 15 moves. I mouse slipped. Not just any piece. It wasn't like I gave away a free pawn. If I would have gave away a free pawn, I would have still been in the game. I could have at least got a draw or a win. I could have still went for a win if it was just a pawn. I wish that it was just a knight or just a bishop, because at least I would have still had some play since my opponent was so weak. My rating on Lichess was, I think it was at the time 2076 in classical, and my opponent's rating was 1562. If I remember correctly, it was 1562. If it's not 1562, I'm sorry. You can look on the game still on Lichess on my profile. It should still be in there. My only classical games. I mouse slipped the whole queen, my guy, and I was the white pieces. And I mouse slipped the whole queen. I bet my wife was feeling mad. It's like I mouse slipped the only lady that I had. And then they were ruthless, which you are supposed to be in chess. I teach on here all the time to be ruthless and there's no excuses. You know, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. If your opponent makes a mistake, don't be giving them no offers like, "Ooh, I'm a good sport." Like, no, you should have had a better mouse. These are the consequences. So my opponent took my queen. I took the piece back that my opponent took my queen with, which my opponent didn't just take my queen with a knight or a bishop. I'm pretty sure it was a pawn. It was no compensation for the queen at all. You know those queen sacrifices where you get a checkmate afterwards or a good position afterwards that grandmasters do in their games sometimes? Well, this queen was a pure giveaway piece. Hanging queen mouse slip. It was horrible. Not only was it horrible, I just felt distressed. And I played the rest of the game too, because like I teach on here, never give up. No matter how disappointed you are, never give up. So I played on until checkmate, just to get that anger out on the board, just to make sure they know, hey, you're only winning this because you took my queen, and now I'm gonna waste your life and use all my time. Yeah, they had to checkmate me though, because it's a chess tournament and you never know if your opponent's gonna mess up or give you a draw. So I played out the whole game, and they did get a checkmate, and I lost my first round. Now, this is the good thing about having a wife and being married and having a family, or just having somebody near you. It could be a friend or brother or sister. I don't care. My wife, when I lost that game, my wife had a full breakfast ready beside me. She had bacon, sausage, eggs, toast, you name it. She had it. She had it on the side for me. She even had all the condiments that I needed for my breakfast. And the butter, the syrup, not syrup, the honey, trying to cut down on sugar a little bit. I know honey's not, it's better than syrup. But anyway, yeah, I ate a good breakfast after that loss, and I was kind of upset, but then I had to realize something. Chess is not, it's kind of hard to realize this, but sometimes you can't be letting chess control your life and where you're being grumpy or angry at the people that you love. So during that game, me playing the game, I just had to reset my mind, like, okay, this is just a game. This is a free tournament. Let me stop complaining. There's no money on it. It's good to hate losing, though. It's good to hate losing, but you got to reframe it and just to make sure what was the big mistake. And then I found out the big mistake. The big mistake was not to use your pad on your laptop to make moves on a chess game, because after I did that, it was horrible. I had to use my phone for the rest of the games, pretty much, because I'm used to playing on my phone, and the laptop, the pad on the laptop was horrible. It sucked. Lesson learned. Don't use that. Use an actual mouse. The sad part was 3 days before the tournament, I ordered a mouse. Not one mouse, but 2 mouses. And they said that they was going to come back in the next 3 days. I'm like, what? But I need it now. But no, the mouses, the things that I got from Amazon didn't come at that moment. No, it came when the tournament was over that day. I thought it said 9 a.m. on Saturday, but it actually said 9 p.m. on Saturday, and I ordered them on Wednesday. Amazon is a great company, but oh my goodness, I am so frustrated with that order. That order could have been better. I'm just saying, step your game up now. Just let me stop before they get on my case. Everybody has Amazon Prime nowadays. It happens, you know what I'm saying? All my people from California, Texas, in other countries, for you to know, hey, we're Amazoning it up over here. But anyway, after I ate the breakfast, it was like a cool down period. It was a 15-minute cool down period. After each round, it was like that. After the second round, it was a 30-minute cool down period for lunch. I played the second round, beat them super easily, right? Because usually when you lose a game, you go against somebody that's worse than the person that you lost against, which sucks, but it happens. If you lose a game, then you go against the person that lost the game too. So to equal it out, which it wasn't equal since I mouse slipped the whole game. But anyway, I continued playing. I was like, okay, let me make sure that this does not happen again. And let me just make sure that I play good games the rest of the 4 rounds please, H1, please play good games. My belly is full. I ate my breakfast. My baby is still screaming right behind me. She's going to take a nap. Yes, sir. I can play some good games. I can calculate. Yes. I won the second game. 15 minutes, cool period. And the third round, I won that game too. It was a tougher game than the second one. I can say that, but I won that game too. Now you might be wondering, this is halftime period. You might be wondering what my brother is doing, because my brother P Money is in this tournament too, and he won his first game. And he saw my first game, and he clearly noted that was a mouse slip. That was a mouse slip. Clearly, I don't do moves like that. I don't just hang queens just for random. Maybe I'll do that in Bullet, but I don't just hang queens for no reason when I have 25 minutes on the clock. So my brother P Money, he won the first game. He lost the second game and then won the third game. Right? And so at this time, P Money won 2 games and I won 2 games, and we both lost 1 game. So these last 2 rounds was tougher opponents. Really tough opponents. We had one opponent that was on their Lichess rating, which I hate basing it off of Lichess rating but the last opponent that I had a USCF rating, pretty high. I'm pretty sure. His Lichess rating was in the 2000s too, but the second to last opponent that I had was 1800 on Lichess on Classical. So, and it was a pretty tough game. I was losing throughout the whole game. I just did some tactics here and there. I was getting beat throughout the opening in a closed Sicilian, because I messed up on one move and it sucked, and I thought I was losing the game until my opponent messed up on one move, and then I got victory, baby. I like getting those victories because by my spirit of just knowing when to stay in the game, I got the victory all of a sudden, and I enjoy those. I eat those, but I still learn from the openings, you know. Like after that game ended, I was like, I'm gonna have to fix up that weakness patch that I just opened up, because that was horrible. That was sloppy. That was lazy for me not to know or be prepared for what my opponent was doing. And it was crazy because my opponent just did a regular Sicilian knight f3, e4, bishop c4, and then I did my Sicilian c5, e6, a6, and then I did my b5. Yeah, and then I just found out that I didn't develop enough pieces to defend against everything, and I had a losing position. But if you're not playing accurately and you don't take advantage of your opponent not developing pieces, then you're gonna give your opponent an edge. That's why it's called a temporary advantage when you're up in time. Those temporary advantages you need to take advantage of. You see what I did there? You see what H1 did there? Okay, the last game. Did I win the last game? I won 3 games. My brother lost that 4th round. So I'm on the last round, the 5th round. Okay. My wife was looking at me. My wife was sick of the whole tournament because it's already past 6 hours, 7 hours. I didn't know an online tournament was going to take this long, to be honest, but it did. And it's 25 minutes each on each side of the clock. So it's really like 45 minutes for each game, 50 minutes if my mathematics is correct. And hopefully my mathematics is correct, since I took all college course classes on my senior year. I took college algebra. But then again, as a chess player, I did get all C's on my senior year. Don't follow me. Learn from my mistakes. Don't get all C's. Please do good in school. But anyway, my 5th round, It was a good opponent. My opponent was the black pieces. I played the white pieces. And my opponent played the Dutch defense against me. And I did my London, because the London is one of the easiest openings to play if you have not played chess in a while. So if you have not played chess in a while, please just dish out the London with the white pieces. But I dished out the London. And it's funny because when I was studying it, I was just studying it that week, the variation that he was going into. And I did this attacking opening. It was so sick. Y'all should see this game. If y'all want me to post it somewhere, I'm probably going to post it on my Patreon. But anyway, it was such an amazing game. I did the London. My opponent castled. I got my h3 g4 in, castled queenside, got an attack on his king. I didn't get to checkmate him, but the position was so complicated that he ran out of time. And I still had about 3 minutes on the clock, and he couldn't do any more good moves. And so I was definitely taking advantage of it. And he had one opportunity at the end of the game to draw it, because I was being boosy, trying to. Sometimes I get too fancy. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do. But he didn't see the way because he was low on time, and I knew that he was getting low on time, so I was just doing moves just to have that time control advantage on him. And yeah, I won. It was cool. It was nice. I appreciate the win from that guy. And it was a tough win. It was funny because me, my brother, him, another guy, we was all being spectators on that game, just seeing what was the best moves. We were seeing what my opponent did wrong in that position, and it turned out pretty clean. I just did one, maybe two bad moves. Not too bad. Not two blunders. Inaccuracies. The computer calls it. A blunder is like losing a queen, like the first round when I mouse slipped. But I won but anyway, I try to blur that out of my mind, but it keeps on popping up for some reason. For some reason, have you ever had that loss that keeps on popping up? Oh my gosh, just get it out of here. Just cut it up. Yeah, that tournament ended pretty well for me. I got third place, even though there was 3 people with 4 wins, only 4 wins. But I only got, how Lichess does it, I only got third place because the first person that beat me, since I beat everybody else, the first person that beat me, they got first. And then the person that I beat the 5th round, they got second, because I think that they beat the person that was first. I don't know how it went, but Lichess gave the person that beat me first place, and it sucks. It sucks, okay? Yeah, I do miss over the board chess a lot. Playing a person and actually seeing their face, and not having this new concept in an actual chess tournament called mouse slips, which I just seen in a recent tournament that Magnus Carlsen, the world champion, did a mouse slip in a real game. Like, how? Ouch. That must suck to do a mouse slip in a money tournament where it's $1.5 million. It was for all the tournaments for this next year. It must be intense to actually have money on the line and doing a mouse slip. Crazy. But anyway, I hope you enjoy that experience, and I just hope for the future there's more chess tournaments that y'all can be into. And maybe, just maybe, if I get to a certain point in this career of doing podcasts, YouTube videos, which on my YouTube, I'm Chess Knowledge with H1, just maybe we can do like an H1 chess tournament. Just maybe. Even on the Patreon, just for everybody. Just do a once a year online chess tournament with everybody that that is part of this community, because all of you is part of the H1 fam, and I want you to personally know that. Okay, and I just want to thank you for everybody that is listening right now, even though it's not even an ending yet. I'm just thinking about this because it's just cool. When it's spur of the moment, then you know it's real feelings, right? You know it's really by H1. Ah, snap. Man, we was just here. We was just at this moment, the second to the last episode. Oh my goodness. How do we get here so quickly? It's insane how much fun you have here, listening, being here with me. You know, it's just a weird concept. I know you're listening to me in that car, or on that sofa, or on that futon. It does not matter where you're listening to me, but I know you are. So I want to thank you for listening to me, just for being here. And I appreciate all of you and the people who are interested in it. Please follow the episodes that are flowing. Please follow the platform. You can follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever podcast platform that you're on. You can follow me just to be updated on the episodes that I drop, because you never know. I might be dropping some surprise episodes and you'll never know. And you know, I think you can give a review or a comment on one of. I don't know why I hit the mic, but I think you can give a review or a comment on one of them. You know, just be a good person. Just give me a like. Give me a subscribe. I don't know. Tell me how you feel about these podcasts, about these episodes. I'm posting on Instagram nearly every day, so just give me a holler. I do appreciate it. I do read all of them, and I just appreciate the support. So what's next? What's next by H1? What's another thing that H1 could be talking about? What is H1 going to end this podcast on? What would be the best thing to end this podcast on? Well, a teaser on it. We're going to be talking about accepting a loss. Accepting a loss. Very deep, very deep. I have some more concepts I wanted to do, and this is a good one for me to talk about, because I personally, and other people I have seen, it's tough taking a loss, and I want to give the most proficient and more, I don't know, personal experience from me on how to make sure that you're doing the best mentally when you lose a game, instead of just going back in a cycle and quitting. Because the main purpose of these sad episodes, like chess mistakes that I did in the last season and this episode, is to stop rage quitting. Stop rage quitting. It's not going to solve anything. Put the chair down, put the mouse down. You don't need to buy a new mouse every single week. Just put the mouse down. That mouse has feelings too. That computer has feelings too. I know you might have full coverage on that laptop, but do you really want to explain to the rep on how you broke the laptop playing a chess game and you punching it? Like, come on. Get your facts straight, bro. That's embarrassing. Dude, you know what else? That's the most nerdy thing I have ever said. If you're breaking stuff because of a chess game, that is so nerdy. You're such a dweeb, bro. Let me stop playing before Hikaru Nakamura gets on me. But anyway, hey, I'll see you on the next episode for some more chess knowledge, chess understanding, chess wisdom. Hey, welcome back so that we can run it back with another episode. Peace.